We welcome you to our meaningful meditation for this upcoming Sunday, which is the fourth Sunday in Lent already, as we continue through this particular season of reflection in which we are focusing on the questions that come about in the Gospels as we read them for this season of Lent. And this coming Sunday's story is about the man who is born blind and Jesus heals him. And there's much discussion about the question of who sinned that caused this man to be blind. Was it the man himself? Was it something his parents did? And then there's all this conversation about really why these things happen. And it's about this whole idea of suffering and wholeness. And the questions that often we ask are really not the important questions. I am a person, my family will tell you, who loves to ask questions, sometimes bordering on being particularly nosy. And so I've had to really think through what are helpful questions when you meet somebody, when you're seeking to help someone out in a situation. The importance of listening rather than asking a lot of questions is also a part of who we're called to be as faithful children of God. And so this Sunday we'll be thinking about how do we put our questions together when we are seeking to be there for other people. What are the important questions that we're asking for ourselves? And above all, knowing that Christ is there with us through these times in which we think about suffering and why things happen to people in our lives that we love, why our country or this world suffers. And as part of all this, ironically, we will have a Super Sunday after the service in which Dr. Timothy Beal will be here on Zoom with us. We'll gather here in person, and then he'll join us from Cleveland, where he is a professor at Case Western Reserve. And he's done much research on the topic of the climate crisis in our world. And he comes at it with a great hopefulness, which I think will be helpful as we think about how we as people of faith can be a voice for reason and for hope. And so I hope you will join us here in person after the service. Remember, our service starts at 10 a.m. Here in the sanctuary at UPC, or we always have our live stream available as well. We are preparing each day for Holy Week, which is coming starting on April 2nd. That is Palm Sunday. And then we will have special services on Thursday, the 7th, for Maundy Thursday. We'll have a soup and bread dinner as part of our service that night at 6 o'clock. And then the next night is Good Friday, and our service will begin at 7 p.m., and that will be a traditional service in the sanctuary. On Saturday, we will have a great activity for all families to come for our egg extravaganza, and you can sign up to help with that, and we'll also have a sign up for people who would like to attend. And then on Easter morning, we'll have our sunrise service at 7 a.m. Outside here in our meditation garden, and then at 10 a.m. we have our traditional service in the sanctuary. So we hope that you're planning for that very important week in the life of all of us as people of faith who are seeking to follow Christ. So we're grateful for your tuning in today as we continue on this journey together, and hope to see you on Sunday. Blessings for your journey.